dito sa Kababayan Today, kasama pa rin natin ang ating employment attorney to give us advice, Attorney Joe Sayas. Attorney Joe, I want to ask you about this very important question because marami tayong mga kababayan that fall under this category.
Yes.
Ang mga kababayan natin that are hired to work in someone's home. So there's always this discrepancy. You don't really understand what is the difference or ano ba itong domestic employees? Yung nagtatrabaho sa bahay kasi meron tayong housekeeper, tapos meron rin tayong personal attendant, di ba? Importante na malaman natin kung ano yung pagkakaiba nila at ano ba itong domestic employees.
Ang pagkakaiba ng personal attendants with the housekeeper is that the personal attendants provide personal care. They feed, they clothe, they supervise either children or the elderly. Ang mga housekeepers naman, they do something physically at the house. They clean, they cook, they do the laundry. In a number of things, ang ating mga kababayan, they do both. Okay? But it's important to know the difference.
I see.
Because personal attendants before 2014, they're not entitled to overtime.
Ngayon, entitled na sila to overtime.
After January of 2014, they are now entitled to overtime.
Okay, so let's talk about when should they be able to ask for overtime?
Whenever live-in employees work more than 9 hours, 9 na oras, no? And when I say work, it would mean doing something active, you know, actually cleaning the house, or even just staying in the house, even if they remain idle.
Miski nanonood ng TV, kung nasa bahay sila, babayaran pa rin sila?
Kung nanonood sila ng kababayan, pinapanood nila sa G-Tonji, and they're required to stay there at home without being able to get out of the house, they should be paid for each and every hour of work.
Kasi minsan lumalagpas sa 8 hours, syempre, yung trabaho.
Or 9 hours for the
Or
living.
9 hours, di ba?
Right.
Paano kung hindi doon sila nakatira?
Kung live out sila as opposed to a live-in, ngayon, we will now apply the 8-hour law. If they work beyond 8 hours, even if that work would mean actively doing something or just simply staying at the house, then they should be paid overtime if they work more than 8 hours a day.
Hindi ko alam yan. I'm sure marami tayong kababayan, hindi rin nila alam na pag live out sila, 8 hours lang dapat yung trabaho nila at kung sumobra doon, kailangan may pay ng overtime. At magkano yung overtime nila dapat kung live out sila?
They should be paid 1.5
of their salary?
Of their salary. Of their hourly rate. Ganito yan eh. Let's start with the proposition that each and every hour should be paid.
Hindi fixed amount. Kasi usually, di ba, per week, $500 per week, kunwari. Di ba? Meron rin tayong storya na $750 per week. Pag-uusapan natin yan mamaya. Pero usually, it's $500 a week. Tapos.
That's correct. But karaniwan, naniniwala tayo dun sa Pacquiao approach. Na pinigyan ka ng 500 or 700 a week, they can make you work beyond 9 hours or 10 hours. But that's not true. Whenever the live-out work beyond 8 hours or the live-in work beyond 9 hours, then automatically they should be paid overtime rate. And we have a way of computing what the hourly rate is. And whatever hourly rate, supposing it's $12, then we multiply that by 1.5. So it becomes $18 per hour.
Okay, so pag lumagpas, kunwari live-in ka, lumagpas ng 9 hours, kailangan yung bayad sa'yo per hour is 1.5 of your regular rate.
Tama ka.
Okay, naintindihan ko yon, naintindihan ko yon. So, is it true that there are some domestic employees that have filed cases against their employees, or employers rather, and the settlement has been anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000 o pesos?
That's dollars. We're litigating in the United States.
That's right. So dollars ito. Malaking amount yun.
That's correct.
Okay, ikwento natin yung kwento ni Cora kasi interesting yung kwento ni Cora. Cora is personal assistant. Diba? Lahat ang ginagawa niya para sa kanyang amo.
Correct.
And then what happened to her?
what happened to her is that, alam mo, she worked 6 days a week and would work somewhere between 16 hours to 18 hours a day. Babayaran siya ng $700 a week. Meron siyang reliever on the 7th day. But sometimes her sleep gets interrupted because kailangan siyang may gawin para sa kanyang employer.
So you helped her recover her lost wages?
That's correct.
And
the law allows us to recover wages for the last 4 years. You go back 4 years from the time na i-file natin yung demanda.
So significant ang nakuha niyang amount, I'm sure, but not just that, now her working conditions are better.
It's better, and by the time that employers see this, they should know what the law is. The law is that for each and every hour that the domestic employee works, he or she should be paid for those hours. And if you go beyond the 8 hours or 9 hours, they should be paid overtime.
All right. Attorney Joe, maraming salamat for giving us that advice. Napaka-importante po tayong mga kababayan. Alam natin ang law because we have rights. May karapatan po tayo. Maraming salamat, Attorney Joe.
Yes.
We can't wait to have you back on the show again to give us all advice. At magbabalik naman tayo dito sa Kababayan Today.
This segment is brought to you by the Law Offices of Joe Sias Jr., lawyers helping employees and consumers.